Good morning, children. So, as you all know, yesterday we talked about Kirchhoff's laws again, and then we talked about how Wheatstone bridge, condition of balanced Wheatstone bridge can be obtained using Kirchhoff's laws. And Wheatstone bridge is an arrangement of four resistances in such a manner that in balanced condition, the ratio arms are equal. Now that concept of balanced Wheatstone bridge can be used in a device known as meter bridge or slide wire bridge to determine an unknown resistance. We'll be doing only one application of Wheatstone bridge, rather balanced Wheatstone bridge, that is meter bridge or slide wire bridge. I am again repeating. This is an application of balanced Wheatstone bridge, or this works on the principle of balanced Wheatstone bridge. So what we will be talking about today is the construction of meter bridge. That is not to be learnt as such, because from the figure itself you can write the construction. I'll explain to you how this is being constructed. Then principle is, it is based or works on the principle of balanced Wheatstone bridge. And how it works, we'll see that taking the condition of balanced Wheatstone bridge, that is if no current flows through the middle arm, then the ratios of the different arms are equal. So let us first consider the construction. See, when we say meter bridge, meter here has indicating 1 meter wire. So this bridge is going to contain a 1 meter wire clamped between two fixed points. First thing is this. It is also called a slide wire bridge. Now when we'll see the working, we'll see that we'll be sliding an device on the wire so that the different arms get balanced. So that is why it is also called as slide wire bridge. One more thing is, see, working is very important, as you'll be doing 3 experiments based on this meter bridge only. In this session, you'll be doing 3 experiments to determine an unknown resistance, to prove the law of resistances in series and in parallel. So these 3 experiments are to be done based on this concept. One you'll be doing of Ohm's law. So 4 experiments we will be doing from this chapter itself. We'll be doing potentiometer also, so 2 experiments of that. So 6 experiments are to be done from this chapter number 3. So this chapter is very important in reference to your Viva Voce questions also. So what we have, we'll have a wooden board. You see it in the laboratory also. We'll have a wooden board on which we'll have metal strips like this, arranged in this manner. 3 metal strips like this. We are having a gap connecting points like this here. Then we'll have a metallic strip this side, again a clamp, metallic strip this side, again a connection over here, and a 1 meter wire is stretched between these 2 points. And to measure the distance or 1 meter wire, we also have a wooden scale attached on the board itself. This whole arrangement is on a wooden board. This whole arrangement is on wooden board. So this is 1 meter wire, this is a scale. Now, connection is now what? Where are the 4 arms you have to check? See, One arm is this, one resistance. Another arm is this. So if there are these two arms, then the middle arm shall move from the middle point here, and from this middle point a galvanometer is to be attached. You remember that this is the Wheatstone bridge. A galvanometer, one wire, and then one wire. This is the arrangement, and there is a potential difference over here. Now we'll attach a battery. We can use key also. So across a wire, a source of potential difference will be used. Now current will flow in this arm. We'll have a device known as jockey, which is going to touch this wire so that this wire is divided into two parts. Now this much portion, say take it as A, B and C. This AB portion will be taken as the third arm. You can see this one. This is this arm, say. This one is this arm. This galvanometer arm is this one. A, B. This wire, certainly wire will have certain resistance. So this length of wire will be treated as this resistance. And the remaining one, now see this is the center point here. So the remaining wire is going to be treated as the fourth resistance. So this is a kind of Wheatstone bridge. Now it was made in this form. Now this is made in rectangular form. This is the only difference. Now we have to find out an unknown resistance. So if I take it as say R, we can take it from the NCERT book only. They have taken it as R and S. And if I say this length is say L centimeter, then this certain will be 100 minus L centimeter. We are taking it in centimeters. Alright. Now what is the balanced condition? Because only in the balanced condition, the ratio of arms will be equal. So what we are going to do is, see, this is an unknown arm. This is a known arm. So this cannot be changed, but this can be changed. Or if I take a given resistance, say R, after changing, then what we are going to do is, we are going to move this jockey on the wire in such a manner that there is no deflection in the galvanometer, such that there is no deflection in the galvanometer. No deflection in the galvanometer means no current. No current. You already know that galvanometer is a device to detect current. So in galvanometer, the needle shall point at 0. That is said to be as the null point, and the bridge is said to be in balanced condition. And once the meter bridge is in balanced condition, this ratio shall hold good. R upon L must be equal to S upon 100 minus L. Now you see, this is a distance. We have to convert it into a resistance. So let us consider, say, R is the resistance We can take rho or something else. Oh, I'm taking RCM. RCM is the resistance per unit length of the wire. Then resistance of I can take the resistance of this side as P and you can take this as Q. So resistance of L centimeter length, which is P, will be equal to L into R centimeter. And for length 100 minus L centimeter, that is S, will be equal to 100 minus L R centimeter. Now we'll apply the condition of valence Wheatstone bridge. Because of that, R upon P must be equal to S upon Q. This is going to give me R upon L R centimeter is equal to S upon 100 minus L R centimeter. This is going to give me S is equals to R 100 minus L upon L. So this is the way I can find out the unknown resistance. Now what again I am repeating, what all you have to learn is, this is a very, very important part. The application of Wheatstone bridge, one of the question in one or the other form may be asked in the examination every time. First thing, meter bridge is an application of balanced Wheatstone bridge, and application is to determine an unknown resistance. Meter bridge, so called, it is having 1 meter wire, slide wire bridge. Here jockey is being slided over the wire, and during sliding of the jockey on the wire, we have to take care that you are not going to press the wire. It has to be moved very gently so that the area of cross section of the wire doesn't change. Third thing is construction. Construction you need not learn or cram. If you remember the figure, you can write down your construction in brief without cramming. Third thing is principle. Principle is, it is based on the, or its working is based on the principle of balanced Wheatstone bridge. If you want to state the principle in case, then you say if no current flows in the middle arm, then the ratio of the different arms of the Wheatstone bridge are equal. Then comes the working. Now in working, the main thing which you have to write, one thing is that null point. This sentence must be included in the working, that when no current flows in the circuit, that is, or null point or zero deflection, any one of these shall be included in the working, that the jockey is moved on the wire so that there is no deflection in the galvanometer or null point is reached. As far as the connections is written, first line you can write down the connections are done as shown in circuit diagram. You don't have to specify what is being connected to which terminal. Circuit diagram is enough to show that where the terminals are being connected. But you have to remember that jockey is moved on the wire to find out null deflection. Then the second thing is, you must know that let RCM is the resistance per unit length, because ratio of length with length cannot be taken. Both shall be resistances. So per per centimeter of wire, if it is RCM, then the resistance of this much length will be L into RCM, 100 minus L RCM, and now you can substitute in the condition. Usually if this question is directly asked, this is usually asked in 3-mark question. So in this way, we can find out an expression for determining an unknown resistance. See, when practical is concerned, you'll be doing in the laboratory, then in that case what we do is, for determining an unknown resistance, in this arm, we connect a resistance box. Resistance box. And that resistance box means it contains various resistances. So we can do the experiment by using different resistances so that our error becomes less and less. And we can take 4-5 readings. Apart from that, this meter bridge will work well or will give you the correct answers. Or you can say it is maximum sensitive when we get the null point nearly at the middle, right? It should lie between, say, 40 to 60. We should not go in for an experiment in which your null point comes on the extreme side of the scale, say at 10 centimeter here or 90 centimeter here. So to get good results, we shall maintain the experiment in such a manner that the balance point is somewhere in between the scale. As far as the experiment is concerned, there will be no change in experiment if you interchange the position of galvanometer and the cell. You can easily interchange the position of the two things. Answers will come out to be the same. So you can revise this experiment. There's one more application to determine an unknown temperature, but that is not in course now. So you go in for only this application, and you can do the question connected with this experiment.